Hey Joker.
Hey, Commander. I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
It's not their fault.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. For old time's sake.
Yeah. Hello everyone and welcome to my 100% playthrough of Mass Effect 3. Today we take the mission on Eden Prime, and that was a reference to Mass Effect 1 that Joker just did. The fact that you could hang up on the console. So this is the mission of the day. The mission appears as priority mission. This is a DLC, and this is a message from Alliance Command about Cerberus attacking Eden Prime. There's also a new squad mate that we will be recruiting there. A squad mate that we could not bring on our previous mission. Even if we completed Eden Prime first, well, it would have been impossible to use this new squad mate in our mission. So we are still in the chorus. And let's have a look at this planet, Lena, cloaked. There's some credit on it. Now let's head back to the mass relay. And we'll be heading directly towards the Exodus cluster where Eden Prime is. This is the system Utopia. And let's go right away into it. So this is Eden Prime, described as an agrarian world. And these are the only two squad mates I can bring with me, but these were the same I used for my Sanctum mission, so nothing much changes. Just have to change the appearance so that I can use different bonuses. For Liara, I prefer using power recharge speed over power damage, and same thing for James. I prefer using either weapon damage or shields, but in this case I preferred shields, obviously. Nothing changes for my weapons. I upgraded some of those in the previous episode, and I don't have points to invest in my powers.
Eden Prime. This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
Absolutely.
And where you went up against Saren and the Geth for the first time, no?
Yes. And now with Cerberus here, Eden Prime's colonists are under attack again.
Seems like more than just 3 years ago.
How bad?
A lot of dead civilians. Lost one of my men, Jenkins, to a Geth drone.
Reports said Saren had bombs set up to wipe out the whole colony.
He tried and failed.
Not on my watch.
Damn straight.
Cerberus hit Eden Prime hard. Whatever they found here was worth a major offensive. There are survivors elsewhere on the colony, but they killed everyone near the dig site.
They deserve better.
I know. The Alliance did what it could to evacuate colonists, but Cerberus came in so quickly.
If we find survivors, we'll do what we can. What about this artifact? Is it part of the Prothean device we found on Mars?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. But whatever it is, it's better off with us than with Cerberus.
I'm bringing you in as close to the dig site as I can. No way we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Appreciate it.
All part of the service, Commander.
All right, everyone. Get ready to move.
With luck, we can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here.
So this is Eden Prime. It has changed a little as far as lights are concerned, more colors in the original version.
No sign of survivors. Come on, we need to find the dig site.
So of course you have a new codex entry about Eden Prime. We'll be checking that later.
This was a beautiful colony once.
They came back after the Geth attack. They'll come back from this.
The city on Earth where I grew up was hard and dirty. I can see it as a war zone. Eden Prime doesn't deserve
I'm
this.
taking this medkit
Nobody does.
for experience
They'll be stronger.
and credits from this computer, and then go to this terminal to activate a new mission.
Shepard, this Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight. There! That's the elevator that leads down into the dig site.
And once you're ready, click on the elevator. You cannot complete the Eden Prime resistance mission so far, so let's see that artifact.
Goddess, that doesn't seem possible. It's not a Prothean artifact, it's... a Prothean.
You mean a collector? Those things the Reapers turned the Protheans into?
No, an original unmodified Prothean who's still alive.
Oh, really?
You're right. That doesn't sound possible.
You saw Prothean stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only reason those failed was a lack of power. Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has power. He's been in stasis for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
What can you tell me about the Protheans? The people, not the technology.
Given your experience with the Prothean cipher, you probably know as much about them as I do.
Probably, yeah.
The Prothean Empire spanned the known galaxy. They uplifted countless other species to help them join the galactic community.
Uplifted, huh? Like when the Solarians helped the Krogan to evolve a little faster.
Yes. Judging by the dig sites like the Prothean Archive on Mars or here on Eden Prime, the Protheans wanted other species to learn. It's clear that they prize knowledge, growth, and cooperation with the rest of the galaxy.
The way you describe them, they sound a lot like the Asari.
I'm certain I'm coloring their culture with my own perceptions.
Interesting.
Whatever the Protheans were, finding one alive represents an incredible opportunity.
I'm still glad you're here.
Good thing we brought our Prothean expert.
I hope I can help. If this single Prothean was sent into stasis, he could be the foremost scientist of his time, or perhaps the wisest counselor. Ah, Cerberus damaged the life pod when they excavated it. The life signs are unstable.
Then let's get him out of there.
No, breaking open the pod would kill him. We have to find the command signal that ends the stasis mode. We also need to figure out how to physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
So we are raiding Cerberus Labs again, if that's the point.
Heads up!
There's a new Cerberus enemy here. That's the sharpshooter. You can see them from afar. They have shields and there are two of them. And you'll see that can be really destructive, especially on Insanity. Though it's very easy to learn about their patterns, so... For no particular reason, energy drain did not work properly on this mission. I don't know why, really. Probably I was too far, I don't know. Usually it works, but still, anyway. So as you can see, the first Nemesis killed my shields. Thanks to Shieldgate, my health wasn't damaged, but then another sharpshooter shot me. As a result, I was brought to health gates. That's the little amount of health I have remaining right now. So I have to be really careful, especially if I don't want to use any medikits to earn some more experience and progress quicker. Once the Nemesis no longer have shields, it's easier to use biotic powers or tech powers against them. So you need to have a shield stripping ability.
Let's get moving before more of them come back.
So yeah, let's get moving and let's head towards this building first. There's a couple of pickups around here. As you can see, this is the troop deployment update. Intelligence to help the colonists.
More intel to help the colonists. The more we find, the better chance they'll have.
And equipment here. The design of the colony is very interesting. It really gives the impression that some people were living here. You know, you have papers everywhere, kitchens, foods, things like this. This is a very lively map, especially with Cerberus in it. There's the engineer, another engineer we met in the previous episode. That's why I'm heading towards the roof, so that I can shoot the turret easily. I used sabotage so that the turret can, backlash against Cerberus. That's something you can do as an engineer, so why not? And I used the assault turrets in order to draw the enemy's attention away from us, in fact. That's something I really like with the engineers, that basically your goal is to try and focus the enemy's attention elsewhere. Even as an engineer, I think this profile works pretty well with Yara, even though she has biotic powers. So some equipment here you need to salvage for 6k credits. This is the last of Cerberus troops. Though I do not recommend going downstairs until most of the wave has been dealt with.
Perfect. This intel will give Eden Prime's resistance movement a real chance to push Cerberus out of their colony.
That was the last piece of intelligence we needed for the Eden Prime resistance movement side quest. It's essential to hang around all the buildings and look for any pickup you don't want to miss. There's credits and, many things you can pick up. There's one raider left, trooper. The assault trooper is here.
There. That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to figure out how to physically open the pod.
Let's go towards the first object we are interested in. Pick up a medkit here for 300 experience, go into the room. On your left there's ammunition in case you need it. I'm preparing my ammunition for the next fights, because depending on where you start, either this room or the other one, you'll have a big fight after the second room you visit. So let's have a look at this cinematic, and I catch you later after these wonderful revelations of the Reaper destruction of the Prothean world, the world we came to know as Eden Prime. The Protheans here are fighting the Collectors, enemies that we know from Mass Effect 2. These are Reaper version of Protheans themselves.
Victory! Seal the focus! Acknowledged.
So Victory is the Prothean AI. That was one of the first look we got of the Prothean, Before Mass Effect 3, we'd never seen Protheans from so close. That's why Mass Effect 2 and its plot revolves around the big revelation of the Collectors being Reaper versions of Protheans themselves.
How many have we lost?
Reaper forces have destroyed approximately 300,000 life pods.
Third of our people.
Alert! Broadside bulkhead cannot be sealed. Hostiles detected.
Then all forces to the north.
I think I can duplicate that to open the life pod.
You understood that?
You didn't?
No. All I saw was static. Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharaohs, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would and understand their language.
Whatever it does, I saw the video. And how they sealed the life pods.
Perfect. Then we just need the signal they use to activate stasis mode.
So that was the first memory Shepard gets of the Prothean device. And now you can open the life pod. Basically, because you need to visit 2 rooms, you can start with either this one or the other one, and after the second one you have some big fight against Cerberus coming in. So there's a medkit to salvage here for 300 experience, and I know I earned a level, but I'm not investing my points right here. So I'm going this way, in this building. I really like the ambience of this level. And the moment you get in this room, some Cerberus troops will spawn. So be careful when you open the door. I use my drone first, and then I throw my assault turrets. So I'm just, perusing the room while I'm diverting Cerberus's attention. My goal is to try and make them come in, so that I can channel them in. It will be easier for me to deal with them, especially because of the Centurions. The Centurions use smokescreen.
They were gunned down while having drinks and watching the game.
Son of a bitch, this was somebody's home.
Yeah, so this is completely useless, but well, that adds to the overall ambience of this level. With the paintings and all these beds, how many people were living there. It's basically the same kind of, colonist that we saw on Mars, except this one seems to be more civilian rather than purely scientific. So there's a turret behind the Centurion, that's why I'm not staying in the open. That would be a very bad idea. Look at these guys. Well, they are the first Eden Prime residents we've seen so far. Oh, there's the Centurion finally. So he comes in, I rips his shields, and then it's easier for me to kill him. I'm using incendiary rounds because James Vega has it, so why not use it? There's the second Centurion, finally, also, yeah, he's right behind me, but he's being taken care of, so I'm not worrying that. And take that in your balls. And then I can deal with both turrets, because yeah, there's a second one now. That's the thing with Insanity, Engineer wouldn't stop. So, there's a third Centurion here. And as you can see, the Combat Engineer is setting up a new turret, so you can try to kill him before he does, but in my case I didn't manage to do it, unfortunately. Well, thanks to sabotage it's easy for me to deal with the turret. And that was a fire explosion. I use Incinerate to detonate the fire combo created by the incendiary ammunition my squad mates were using as well. It's taking a long time, These turrets, as you can see, the combat engineer is right here, and it can be really dangerous, even from this spot, But it is the last enemy on the field, and the turret will eventually be destroyed. But let's not be stupid and let's kill it first. Let me remind you that I'm still at Healthgate, and that is sort of really challenging at this stage.
There. That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to find the stasis deactivation signal.
So before we head into the second room, let's have a look here. There's some equipment to salvage for 3k credits, and well, there's nothing around here, just the desolate landscape of Eden Prime. Well, this planet is doomed, it seems. But I really like what they did with the level, even if this was a day one DLC. And the fact that they removed Javik, the Prothean you are going to recruit, from the main game is unforgivable, but, well, I will explain that after this cinematic. This cinematic that will end our first part of our mission on Eden Prime. After this cinematic, there will be some big fight with Cerberus, and that would have been exactly the same thing had you started with this room and ended with the second one, the first that we visit together. So let's see.
I never thought our empire would fall. It won't. We will sleep here until the Reapers return to dark space. Then we will rise, 1,000,000 strong.
For the Empire.
For the Empire. Get to your stasis pod. Victory. Broadcast the stasis readiness signal to all life pods.
And the refugees who have yet to reach the bunker.
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire.
You understood that one too?
Yeah. I've got the signal the Protheans use to activate stasis mode.
Excellent. Then we have everything we need to open the pod.
And there is Cerberus.
Backup forces are here.
I use Singularity to deal with the troopers first, quickly. And this little interval in the wall will help you, this little hole will certainly help you in some situations. Be careful though, you have some guardians coming to you. You know, they do that. So it's very important to kill them as quickly as possible to avoid being flanked at all costs. They have a very strong heavy pistol and you don't want to drop right now. So let's kill the engineer as well, so that we won't be bored anymore by the turrets. It's not some big wave, and I think it's one of the easiest, even though you have lots of, different bots to kill, like engineers and guardians. They behave in very different manners, of course. But in fact, because there is no Centurion, that makes a big difference. You don't have to wait for the smoke to disappear. You can kill them one after the other without worrying too much about missing your shots or things like this. I don't know what that one was doing. I was looking at the wall, and the only enemy left on the field right now is the turret, so let's deal with it.
Understood.
Nothing more effective than a fire explosion. But the fight isn't over. There's another one here, and in this case there are some turrets, so 2 turrets. Just, sabotage one of them. Makes things a little bit easier. And mind the guardians, there are 2 guardians as well in this wave, and they will come to you as soon as they, notice you. or if they don't have any closer enemy to kill like turrets. If you sabotage the turrets, they will focus fire on it, because they focus fire on the closest enemy there is next to them. And here are the two engineers responsible for the turrets we just destroyed. So let's deal with them before they set up the turret. You probably heard the sound of the turrets being constructed, but well, that was a bug. I killed the engineer before he built the turret.
They've retracted the bridge. We have to find another way across.
Indeed we do, and well, we'll do that in the next episode. This one is long enough. Thank you for watching this one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next video. I Exalt out. Bye.